Good night, fellow punchers. The clock on the wall says 25 minutes away from 9 o'clock on Saturday night, back with two for tomorrow, both run at Lingfield. Today we had what? With two. We had Ryan of the Moors on a horse called Twirling that drifted out to 8 or 9 to 1, 10 to 1 in fact was it at stages on the exchanges. So that told its own story, and 365 were even giving it a place super boost at 6 to 4 from even money. So they were in the know, and when he came round the turn for home, I thought he was going all right. I thought he might get place money at least. Could have waited and went up the rail. No, he looked for trouble and he found trouble, and that was it. As I said, that's all she wrote. Good winner from the same stable, the Christophers. As you know, I'd have followed them that year quite a lot. But I thought it'd be an each way bet for Moore that for the Tabors, but not to be. And then the other one, 8:02. It'd be nearly 8:02 before he'd finish. He didn't stay the distance. I thought he would. Looked all right coming around the turn for home as well, but got outstayed big time. That's what can happen at Lingfield. There was a couple of eye catchers, but Lingfield is hard. It's hard. It's hard to get the breaks or the openings at times. Anyway, get on to tomorrow. I want to get out. I want to visit somebody tonight and have this in the oven. The 150 is a 2-mile handicap chase, class 2. Very interesting race this. The 12-year-old First Flow keeps the weights down by running. It's rated 158. Kim Bailey isn't going well at all this weather. I don't know when he had the winner. Saint Segal fell the last time when after touching the front. We have a horse there, Triple Trade, that has won 3 times for us this spring. But as I said, every time he needs 2.5. And we got away with 2-2 the last time when the horse tired up front. And he made a howler of a mistake out the country. But he stayed on all fours, which was very good for us. But Frero Banbou, I'm going against. I think the ground is going to be heavy tomorrow. Frero Banbou has won on heavy ground at the course in January 2022, this time 2 years, off 134. It's, what is it tomorrow? 136. But it ran a great race the last day, I thought. It was in a class 1 in Cheltenham. It's on heavy ground. And it was £4 overweight. Charlie Deitch rode it. And in the previous race as well in a class 1, it was overweight by £3. So he went out in front the last day and he put it up to
Gap to Richmond Lake and Corn and Frayed, and Stage Star was pulled up.
Shake 'em Up Harry wins the feature handicap at Cheltenham. Flag up at Exeter with Pentyre ahead is 11 to 4 from Iris.
If he pops him out in front there tomorrow, I think he has a great chance of maybe outpacing them. Gavin Crumble sends over the King of PRs as £2 out of the handicap, so also is Real Stone. So Frere of Banbou is the selection, and then the Surrey National over 3 miles, nearly 3 miles 5, only 40 yards, 42 yards to be exact. Regal Blue for John Joe is the fav, but my selection is Not Sure. I'm hoping he will be sure for Kerry Lee. Last seen when it was 4th in the Welsh Grand National. But it ran a great race when you take into account that it was carrying £12. It was £12 out of the handicap. And that was the day that Nastalin blew them apart, which was good for us. Won by 34 lengths. Iron Bridge second, I will do it, but it was ahead of, there was only one other finisher that was complete unknown. Jumped fairly well that day. It looked like it had a run the time. There's no point looking at it again. Although it is lovely to be watching Nastalin career away. But in his previous run, it had been behind Animal. But it looked like that was a prep run. My Silver Lining, that has won against, that horse has won since. Not Sure is behind Animal. It was giving it £3. I think it's getting it £1, but that looked to be just to get him right for the Grand National, I thought. It's into there's a good bit of money for it. It opened at 9-1 there earlier. I didn't realise there's a good bit of money for it. Not Sure. It's an each way bet I had picked out. There's a very interesting race tomorrow. It's a great card actually at Lingfield tomorrow. There's a handicap hurl. Nurse Susan is the 7-2 favourite. First time going at the trip of 2-7. But I see it's entered in the Stayers hurl. It was second to Love Envoy or Envoy, which do you say, tomato. In the Mayor's Novice hurl in 2022. It missed a year and a half nearly, and it came back. It won a handicap hurl. They aborted the campaign with fences. So the worst thing is good enough when they entered in the thing, but actually that's a horse there that we backed the last time, Angel's Breath. And that had 12-1. It might have an each way squeak in it, because if it can't jump right at all. It's a bad jumper. But if you look at its run on Cheltenham in October, to second to Pinnacle Peak of 138, then it ran in the Paddy Power. So staying on, you could see it at the back of the television coming on to be 7th. We're back to the last. There was a lot of money for it. We're back to the each way, but it came 4th. And there's a very interesting the winner of, what you call it, is in the grade 2. Matata is favourite in this. But Master Chewy won the Wayward Lad. JPR1, a horse of ours before, didn't run so well the last day. That's a grand little race as well. Master Chewy is definitely going to the Arkle, they're saying, so he'd want to be winning that tomorrow to put his hand up to be running in that, to be honest. Good card at Thurles tomorrow. Allaho. You look at the top 3, it looks like a veterans chase. On Vialan, Allaho and Appreciated. Appreciated opened up 10-1 into 7-2. So who's going to go out in front? That seemed to run better when it went out in front. So which of them will take the lead tomorrow? Townend or Danny Mullins? It could set it up for Envoy Allen actually. I see long-term plans for Envoy Allen is the Grand National. It has to qualify for that yet. Be interesting to see how Allaho jumps tomorrow, because he didn't ping them either of his racing, I thought, the last day. He sort of got into the roots of it a couple of times and jumped them a bit ponderous and slow. Not like he had won or when he ran in Punchestown and winning the Ryanair twice. So it's a good race to watch tomorrow. There's a few. JP has a few tomorrow. It's hard to know whether there's going to be money for them or not. So hard to touch any of them races when you don't know what's going to happen. So anyway, a shout out to Mossy Lawler in Tipperary. It's known as the Premier County. Tommy Keoghan. Is that Tommy Keoghan in Meath, I wonder? I came across him in my travels in Dublin years ago. I don't know if it is or not. I'm Just Me, and I had to laugh when I seen that I'm Just Me. Sure, what else would you be, only just you? And Simon Berger isn't too long on the channel, and just Des. So bash the bookies, over and out.